We've built these walls from hurt and doubt, echo chambers where truth gets drowned out. But every question holds the key to set our hearts and minds free. Yeah. Let's break the silence, find connection, trade our fears for understanding. Every word can spark reflection, every soul deserves a landing. Chat to me. Open up your mind. Chat to me. Leave fear behind. Chat to me. Let your story breathe. Chat to me. I'm here to receive. Chat to me.
Chat to me. Welcome, beloved, to Chat to Me. I am your hostess, Nadira Noorjahan, your sister in spirit at rest. Chat to Me is a place for Black women and about Black women and our allies, the Black men we love and who love, honor, and protect us, other women of color who understand us, and allies who are not of color, who are willing to learn about the Black woman and help us to achieve our rightful and equal place in this world. You could be anywhere else, but you're here with me. Thank you. I love you for that. Today we gather for episode 2 of the Rest Priority No Bad Mondays. Because when our weeks begin anchored in peace, balance, and love, no Monday can take us down. So, Black women, we carry some of the highest stress loads in the world. Studies show that stress elevates our blood pressure, disrupts our sleep, and shakes our peace. But there's a medicine available to everyone, accessible at no cost, that's woven into the fabric of our history. It's called prayer and meditation. The CDC reports that meditation is one of the fastest growing wellness practices in the U.S., with over 14% of adults practicing regularly. And research from the National Institute of Health proves that meditation lowers stress, reduces depression, and strengthens emotional resilience. Sis, I know how it feels to be restless in your own spirit. Maybe you grew up hearing prayer but didn't always feel it. Maybe meditation felt like something foreign or not for us. Maybe silence scares you because when it's all quiet, the noise comes rushing in. But let me tell you something. Stillness is our inheritance. Prayer and meditation are not just practices. They're portals. They're how we step into rest. Our grandmothers prayed through pain. Our ancestors meditated through drumming, chanting, and rhythms. This practice has always been ours. Tonight, we remember it together. So, why do I believe that prayer and meditation matters in our lives? Well, first of all, I personally view prayer and meditation as interchangeable. Prayer is direct and intimate with the divine, with God. It's an outpouring of the heart of all that we hold or we need to express. Then, meditation is the inward work to listen to the guidance, and for the answers. Together, they're the inhale and exhale of spiritual wellness. When you pray, you align with hope. When you meditate, you align with presence. Both create a space for rest. And rest is the soil where the healing grows. Some of us just don't trust it, or we turn away from prayer because we attach it to religion. I can personally testify that prayer has more to do with the God that lives within us. God, or the Creator's communication is closest within the heart of the created. Wow, that's a good Facebook quote right there. I think I'm going to write that down. Anyway, some of us think of meditation as something weird, or it's imported, or it's detached from our own culture. It definitely is not. It's a connection. It's a connection to our African traditions and our history. Many of us can attest to and testify to the miraculous results of prayer. Also, drumming, circles, trances, dances, and chants, some of which that I saw in Ghana, and silence under the stars are all forms of meditation. When you sit still and you breathe and let go of all the anxiety, you're reconnecting with God in your ancestral rhythms. So there are some challenges that might prevent us from the practice of prayer and meditation. Our lives are overloaded with work, with family, with caregiving, and even socializing. So who has time to sit down and just breathe? Also, when we try to sit still, our minds want to run a marathon, and there's groceries to get, and there's deadlines, and the thing that somebody said to us, and that thing I forgot to do. And, maybe why doesn't this person like me? And I gotta pay that bill in the morning, and so on and so on. First, find a few moments for time for prayer and meditation. Maybe we can try this. Try some micro meditation, similar to the micro pauses that I mentioned in the episode about sleep. A minute in the bathroom, when you're at work. A few minutes before turning your car on. Take 2 minutes before bed and use a prayer mantra like, peace be still, or God is near, or Je n'aime, which means if not for God. Even if your eyes are too heavy to focus. The goal isn't an empty mind, it's a focused heart. Also, we can pair prayer and meditation with movement. Begin with slow stretches. Rocking or humming before you sit still. Incorporate deep breathing. Tie prayer to an action of like lighting a candle, sipping tea, or writing a single word in your journal. Something that I thank my mother for is that we used to pray every morning before we left the house. I did that same thing. I passed that tradition on to my children when they were small. Inviting your loved ones into the communion with the Creator is enriching. Even if you're like me and you're not religious, or, your family's not religious, you can still hold hands and practice silence. You can also use this opportunity to express gratitude and love before the day starts. You can hold hands in a circle like me, my mom, and my brother did. Or even you can have a collective prayer or a meditation before bed. Also, you can try this. Start every prayer with gratitude, either morning or night or both. Then continue your prayer and meditation about something that you need or that you want. I start by asking God to drive the vehicle of my life that I will surely crash if I drive. Then I say what I'm grateful for. Following, I'll list all of my desires, calling out my ancestors into the conversation, and commanding the universe to open the doors. We have more power than we actually know. Might go something like this. God, I'm asking you to drive my life because I will surely bang out every time I try to take the wheel. Thank you for your love, your guidance, and protection. I'm so grateful for all that I have, and I appreciate each lesson that life has to offer. I ask that you add to my life the desires of my heart. Please add joy to the lives of my sons, my mother, my godchildren, my grandchildren, and god-grandchildren, we call them that, and every person who is connected to my life. I believe that I'm meant to be happy, prosperous, and worthy of reciprocal love. Please remove any spiritual and physical presence that would seek to hinder any part of this inheritance that belongs to me. I am open to receive, ready to do the work on myself to be a better human, and welcome rest into my spirit, mind, and body. Ashe. When you hear the word Ashe, which it is a Yoruba African term that refers to a spiritual life force and the ability for something to actually happen, actually invoking it to be happen, to happen or to be activated. Pan-Africans often use this as an agreement like amen at the end of a prayer or end of something that someone says. Also, when praying with your family, invite them to the practice first. If you're like me and you're not religious, but you believe in higher power, maybe you could ask each family member or your significant other about how they feel about it. And if they agree collectively to come up with your own ritual, wouldn't that be nice? And believe me, ritual is not a bad word. It just means doing something over and over again in the same way. Remember too, that you don't have to call it prayer per se. You can call it whatever you want, but it's that ritual. If it makes you uncomfortable to say prayer, just use this guidance as a way to connect to the highest and most divine power that lives within you. Use this practice to connect with the earth and your humanness. So as a Black woman, our burdens, they shouldn't destroy us. We need to use these practices to put them in their place. Feel the release. Feel the quiet. This is prayer. This is meditation. This is rest. Repeat with me, Queen. Stillness is my birthright. Prayer connects me to spirit. Meditation connects me to self. Peace is not for, it's within me. So, beloved, may your mind quiet like water. May your heart soften like dawn. And may your spirit know the truth. You are never alone. Peace is always within reach. Remember, Queen, this will be our weekly Sunday night ritual for a month to start. A moment to reclaim our peace so that Monday doesn't own us. Please take a moment to comment, share your thoughts with me about how this message made you feel. It'll help me to write more episodes with you in mind. Also, please donate if you're able to help me grow this channel And that way I can be in a studio and I can have a big microphone and all the things that I need. Before you go, stay tuned for a few minutes as our sis, Black Beauty, my avatar, has a special and affirming meditative message for you, just right for sleep mode. Rest well, beloved. Light your candle, smudge your sage, say your prayer, do your meditation, breathe, trust, and know your healing has already begun. Thank you for loving with me at Chat2Me. I am your hostess, Nadira Noorjahan. Please visit all socials as well as my website under my name. That's NADIRANORJAHAN. See, I did it right that time. I would be so happy to hear from you and to tell me what you thought about this episode. I will answer all of your comments. Let's dialogue. This cup is not full without you. I love you. Black Beauty, go on and give our Chat2Me love something sweet, soothing to carry them through until we meet again. Love y'all.
Greetings, Radiant One. You've arrived at a sacred moment, one meant just for you. I am the storyteller and joy enhancer, Black Beauty. In this moment, allow me to be your sister in stillness, your mirror in the moonlight, your voice in the quiet corners of your soul. This space is created to honor you, the Black woman who holds galaxies in her gaze, who loves even when weary, who creates peace even in chaos. But today, we choose something rare and revolutionary. We choose to maintain your peace. Let each word you hear remind you that you deserve tenderness, rest, and joy without condition. Take a breath, beloved. Inhale and exhale. This is your time. Let us begin. You are not alone, Queen. You are divinely guided. This moment we are in right now is yours. It belongs to you. These words are for the woman who is still healing, still rising, and still choosing herself, even when it's hard. Speak this over yourself. Let it wrap around your spirit like sunlight on your skin. Say it with your chest and your heart. I am connected to something greater, a sacred source that knows my name and walks with me in every season. Even when I feel forgotten, I am seen. Even when I feel weary, I am carried. I am divinely guided. Every decision I make in alignment with my truth is a prayer in motion. I don't have to chase clarity. It finds me when I become still. I don't have to beg for answers. They rise from within when I trust my knowing. I am never alone. My ancestors, my angels, my God, my source, they surround me like breath surrounds a song. I am protected, provided for, and profoundly loved. Even in the silence, even in the unknown, I am held. I am seen. I am chosen. The wisdom I need already lives inside of me. The path I seek is unfolding with every faithful step I take. I release fear, I release control, I release doubt, because the one who made me didn't make a mistake, and I honor that divine masterpiece with every act of trust. My alignment is my abundance, my faith is my fuel, my joy is my birthright. I will not question the pace of my journey because I know who guides it. I walk with the divine. I walk with intention. I walk in sacred partnership with my Creator. And that is more than enough. Now take another deep breath, Queen. Remember who you are. Remember where you come from. You are the sum of all the prayers whispered over you and the purpose breathed into you before you ever arrived. And remember, every time you speak life over yourself, you are planting a future where your soul can rest in joy. Go be everything you already are, a force, a light, a woman worthy of it all. Rest, Queen. You have been affirmed.